Alright guys, this video here, I'm a little excited. I'm trying to make sure that I say the right things or the things that make me feel good, and hopefully that you understand. And so today's video is going to be a little bit different, and I have said that many times, but that is that it's been a year, and I am, to be honest, very happy with myself. And I'm also very happy with you guys because you're watching me. I mean, you really don't have to. And it makes me happy, the fact that people will sit and watch my art. And hopefully it does something for them, right? If you're just sitting down to watch it just to say, okay, Paul, we watched your video. Thanks. Have a nice day. I'm fine with that. Hey, Paul, I watched your video and it made me happy that day. Oh, wow. Right? Because I definitely have felt love. And it's a weird thing because you say to yourself, well, I'm going to sit down in front of a camera and talk to imaginary people in a way, but there are people out there, right? And when it starts to come back, just little comments, hey, loved your video. Wow, like you took that much time to watch my video. Thank you so much. And I think that's what this is about today. It's been a year, and I am so pleased being able to do this. Because the thing is that I started off basically when things were not going too well for the whole universe. And I wanted to just put out coloring pages, right? Just draw pictures. So I think my first one was a dragon and a baby, and I put that out. And all I wanted was people just to be able to, like if they were sitting at home and they're bored, you could sit there and color a picture and be like, okay, well, it made me happy today. But then other things started happening. And I realized that I wanted to put myself out there even more. That I really wanted people to see who I was as an artist. I also wanted to talk about the dyslexic part because of the fact that for me, when I went through it, in school, it was rough. Our world is changing, and people are starting to understand it and starting to realize how it works. And the more information that I get in about that kind of stuff that I'm watching and paying attention to on stuff like TED Talks and that, it's good to see that there is a change, right? And then even finding the foundation of how dyslexia has affected so many people, and then how it, again, like I said, we can make differences. So that was part of it. I wanted awareness, right? But then I started to also do my artwork and very little on the awareness part of it, which I'm going to try to keep pushing on. I sometimes get easily misdirected. That's kind of been my whole life. The other thing too is that I do my videos to have fun. And then I hope that fun passes on to you guys. And so that's made it really important to me that when I do get those things back where people say, oh, I loved your video, that maybe I added a little bit of fun to their life, right? And that we don't always have to be so serious about everything. I need to get here, I need to go there, blah, 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 right? It's crazy sometimes. We just need to mellow out, right? So guys like the Dyslexic hippie showed up, right? So in the review of the year, I have added more things into my videos. It's become such a pleasure because I do a video, then I pass it on to Sue, and she edits it. And when she edits it, I almost feel like it's new art to me because then I get to see it in a different way. And I feel pleased, right? Because every time I do something or a video or whatever it is, that process, I think I really kind of grill myself quite a bit. I'm still the little boy who was told that he was dumb and stupid, and I still try to fight those demons all the time. And I know that there's lots of us who do that. And so for me, it's been really important as a growth method, right? Yeah. So it has been a really good process for method of growth, right? Because even now, every time I sit down and I do a piece of artwork, I'm already fighting those guys, those little demons. And I know how hard that is. And I think about other people who don't even get the chance to try, or they just feel they shouldn't try, right? And my part is to simply say, try. You know what? Failure is not a bad thing, because if you succeed, look at that, you succeeded, right? You don't have to worry about the failure part, right? Failure is easy, but succeeding takes a little bit of work. But the thing is that failure is always going to be there. Even you think there's some people who get really, really famous, and yet they still get really depressed inside because they don't feel that they're worthy of it. And that's the thing I was a bit scared about too, even myself, was that if I got on here, what if people really, really like me, like too much almost, you know? So the growth has been nice and slow, easier to deal with, right? Because if I had 1 million viewers next week, I know I'd be terrified. I probably would not want to put another video out because I'd be scared, right? Oh, I got there and now I don't want it to break. And that's the thing. We do that all the time. I draw a picture and, oh, it's not perfect. It's not exactly right. And so I've had to work with that continuously and continuously. Now, the year itself, we had some good bumps in there, right? But came out good so far, right? And even now, there's still bumps, lots and lots of bumps. And I think it's the first time where everybody kind of understands that we're all going through this bumpity situation. But we're going to come out of it. We know that. We know that. And that's our personalities as humans, right? So for me to do the little bit that I do when I sit down and I paint and I sculpt, and if that has an effect on your day, and hopefully I always want it to be a positive effect, that it's made me feel good inside too, because I know I have something to give. And that's it. A lot of us have something to give, and sometimes we're afraid. And like what I'm trying to point out to you is that if I, Mr. Mess Up, Mr. Clutter guy, and still likes to eat Kinder eggs, you know, right? And now plays with plasticine, you know, like some people would say, that's not very serious, sir. You're not really doing a very serious life situation. And all I can think is like, no, I'm having fun. So if I can pass my fun on to somebody else, I'm happy. And it's no different than my other job, which I work with the reptiles, right? Because that, I encourage hopefully a lot of people that spring up and they pass it on. Because you can only go so far. Time and life comes to a halt. It does. And that's okay, right? But the thing is that you want to make sure that you can pass on some little bits and tidbits of information, or just your spirit to pass it on, right? So when I draw and I paint and I sculpt and I show you my stuff, I'm kind of like going, this is who I am, right? Mr. Not Serious guy, because I'm okay with that. Let the rest of the world be serious, but I don't want to be serious. I want to be the guy who just goes, I had a great time while I was here, and it was a great party. So that's the way I kind of look at the way when I'm doing my videos. So when I get a comment and it comes back to me, it makes me happy, you know? Or somebody, stops me for a second and says, oh, I saw your video. It was really cool. Wow. Like I go into Tim Hortons and the one young guy tells me, he says, I love your video, sir. Whew, boom, right? Just makes me feel great. So it's been a year. I don't have any sponsors, I'm not making any money, and I'm okay with that. Like, guys, I'm not, right? It's simply that it's those little things for me that matter more, because it's always little steps in life. You come to a certain point and you realize that, no, you're not going to change the world, but you can change a few things, right? So that's what it's about for me. Yeah, I just got to say, like, the fact that Sue's doing so much better has made me so much happier. Sue got a cool job that she's doing. Pride. Oh my gosh. It is so cool to tell people, like, what my wife does. She speaks for other people, right? And it's really kind of cool the way she does it, right? So there's that happening. And then I decided that I didn't put enough pressure on myself, so I thought I'm going to do something else. So I'm going to actually talk about that right now. And that is that I think I'm going to launch another YouTube channel. Now, this YouTube channel is going to be totally different. It is not going to be about my artwork. My artwork will coincide with it. And that, I am absolutely terrified that this is not going to go well. But I'm going to do it anyways because I don't care. If I flop on my face and go completely on it, the same way when I started this, if it doesn't go anywhere, all I can say is that I did do it. I did try, right? So, as I said, I'm going to do a new channel. The new channel is basically going to be called Snakes and Coffee. And hopefully it's going to go really, really well. And I think you guys are going to love it, especially for those people who are nature people. Because I have, for the longest time, wanted to make sure that people understood that yes, there are those cool exotic animals out there in the world. But we have animals that live in our own backyard. And those animals need a voice. And that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try to help and be a little bit of the voice of those people who realize that our own native species need help. So all I want to do is that there are 17 gorgeous, beautiful snakes out there in Ontario. And I want to see them all, right? So I'm going to be a bit selfish and I'm going to take myself out there. I have been contacting good people, right? And there's lots of amazing people out there that are into this kind of stuff that will be able to show us about these animals and how we can help them. And every little tiny bit counts. I'm going to be taking a great friend with me, Mr. Zanderman, right? We're going to hit the road. We're going to travel around and we're going to show you guys those gorgeous creatures. Yeah, and even more, right? We want to show you that we can all make a slight difference. And I know right now, during something that's going on, a huge other thing that's going on right now, that this is maybe not the best time to launch something like this. But I don't know about time, because I don't know how much I got. And I'm not saying, oh my gosh, no. I'm just saying, time. We don't know. I could finish this video, and who knows? Maybe the Martians zap me up. They're looking for somebody weird. And they're like, oh, we have found him. This is him. Let's suck his brain out. Oh, there's not much there to suck. Right? But that's what could be happening. You don't know that. See, that's the thing. Time, we have it, but we don't. So, as I said, be prepared. Be ready to see the new launch of our channel. Not exactly sure when, but within the next couple of weeks, I will definitely be doing a lot more about it. I will still be doing videos of my art, more or less, I don't know yet, right? I'm going to see how much time we have to put in for the other things, but that's the thing. We're going to make sure that it gets out there. I'm definitely going to try to push that and make it happen. And it'll be something else that you guys can click on one day and just go, hey, I saw that video. It was good. It made myself happy that day. Or, hey, maybe I can help something. I can change something. And if there's anything I know about this YouTube world, is that that's what it's done. It's helped a lot of people connect, right? People who see stuff that they do and they think, oh, maybe I'm the only person that does this. And then all of a sudden they realize there's a whole bunch of people out there that are doing this, right? The other day I talked about my little isopods that I got. I did not realize until I went onto YouTube. It's isopod world. Yes, there were people talking about isopods, right? When I get on about the artwork, right? The amazing young artists that are out there that put themselves out and do these fantastic pieces of artwork that people can enjoy, right? I'm a huge 10,000 fan, right? There's just so many people, right, out there, right? People who talk about animals. There's just so many out there. And that's that beautiful connection that we're getting, right? And that's what this is all about. So, over a year of doing this, it has done nothing for me more than made me feel that I have a connection, that I have a little bit of a voice, big or small, doesn't matter, right? That each thing has an effect, hopefully, and that's always a positive effect. I mean, there's always going to be negative effects. They just say you're going to get haters, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay with that. Maybe a hater needs something to do that day, and he's like, oh, there's Paul. Let's hate him. Fine, whatever. If that's the case, hate away. But it's not really my way of being, right? I would rather just say that life's really not that bad. Yeah, things got scary this year and that, but life can be scary, but it can also be fun. And on those words, all I'm going to say is be cool like a big bull moose. And remember to wear your pants. Did you watch his video? It was fascinating, wasn't it? It was very, very interesting. I wonder what he was trying to say. I don't know exactly what he was trying to say, but I do know there's something wrong. He looks a little broken. I'm not broken. Slightly tethered, but I'm not broken. I'm getting better, Mummy. Getting better. Bye, universe. See you later, alligator. We go.